moving forward to our final keynote address of the day. I would once again invite back Mr. S. Sridhar, President OPPI and Managing Director Pfizer Limited, to join us and introduce us to the keynote speaker. Welcome and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Kathy. It's welcome back, everybody, for the last session. I hope you all had a fantastic session since evening today. The last session for the day is very interesting. We're calling it Project Lightspeed, COVID-19 and beyond. And we've got two people coming in speaking to us about it from Pfizer. The first person to come and talk to us is Rod Mackenzie. Rod Mackenzie is the Executive Vice President and Chief Development Officer of Pfizer. Rod led the Global Product Development Organization, responsible for the clinical development and advancement of Pfizer's pipeline of innovative medicines in inflammation immunology, internal medicine, hospital products, oncology, and rare diseases, as well as regulatory affairs in support of Pfizer's R&D pipeline and portfolio of marketed therapies. In the 35 years with Pfizer, Rod held a number of numerous niche positions, and has made very important contributions for the patients. A recent highlight of which includes overseeing development teams to deliver the first ever COVID-19 vaccine and the oral antiviral in record time, setting a new standard for drug development. It's a really happy we're all having Rod addresses. Unfortunately, Rod could not come in person, but it's given his recording and we're playing a recording for you. Thank you.
Good morning, OPPI members, esteemed government officials, and industry veterans. I'm Rod Mackenzie with Pfizer. I wanted to share a few thoughts with you this morning about the future of R&D, as I had the privilege and the honour of overseeing our unprecedented COVID-19 development efforts as part of my 35-year career at Pfizer. Now, the urgency of COVID-19 forced us to think very differently and challenge every one of our convictions about drug and vaccine discovery and development. As many of you know, it can take more than 10 years to bring a vaccine or a potential new treatment from discovery through reviews and approvals. And yet, through an accelerated approach, which we called Lightspeed, we were able to develop and secure emergency use authorization for the first COVID-19 vaccine in just 266 days, working with our partner BioNTech. Now, on a similarly accelerated timeline, in only 17 months from the date of first synthesis to the first emergency use authorization, Pfizer designed, developed, and received that first emergency use authorization for Paxlovid, an oral antiviral treatment for COVID-19. And you will hear much more about this remarkable journey in much greater detail from my colleague, Annalisa Anderson. Now, while the fight against COVID-19 is not over yet, it's important to recognize that these remarkable achievements have very important implications for the future of drug development. Put simply, if we can do this for COVID, why not cancer? Why not rare diseases? Pfizer feels very passionately that COVID must serve as a catalyst for change. The durable lessons that were learned from working differently during the pandemic should help accelerate breakthroughs for other patients whose needs are no less urgent. Now, we see opportunity in the following areas. First of all, in building a digitally resilient clinical trial system. We learned that digital tools can be used to great effect to ensure patients can continue to safely participate in research during the pandemic. Secondly, in ensuring robust, interactive scientific dialogue between regulators and sponsors throughout the development process. The COVID-19 pandemic has pressure tested regulatory systems like never before. And we saw increased collaboration, global harmonization among regulatory agencies to facilitate faster scientific exchanges and accelerate the safe development of medicines and vaccines, which has been greatly to the benefit of patients around the globe. And finally, cross-sector collaboration. The unprecedented level of engagement from so many in the health innovation ecosystem that we saw will help us carry on this into the future. Which is why I'm so excited to be addressing you today, because in India, the thriving R&D ecosystem will play a vital role in shaping the future of the healthcare industry. We're very proud of Pfizer's Innovation Accelerator program with IIT Delhi that promotes and supports startups to develop novel healthcare solutions that have the potential to prevent, to diagnose, or to treat patients both in India and, of course, across the world. And we're soon launching the next phase of this program to specifically identify, to nurture, and take to market startups in the areas of oncology and digital health. Pfizer's Global Product Development Center in Chennai houses more than 650 researchers and clinicians focused on developing breakthroughs that change patients' lives, and our center in Chennai is the largest single center we have in global product development. Additionally, Pfizer has set up an R&D center at IIT Madras in the city of Chennai. This will house over 250 scientists and will consolidate all of Pfizer's India-based laboratory capabilities, and it will be focused on new product innovations, API development, injectable finished dosage development, and it will house our global services centers of excellence. By applying the lessons learned since the start of the pandemic, all of us in the healthcare industry can seize this moment and emerge stronger, more efficient, and much more patient-centric to advance and deliver the scientific breakthroughs of tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Ron Mackenzie for us, really showcasing his experience on developing COVID vaccine and his interests. It's really, really thankful, Ron, for coming in and addressing us today.